Hey, what's up, Sailor Outlaw George? This is a. I know I said I was gonna play Tomb Raider, but I'm taking a bit of a break from Tomb Raider and focusing, like just bounce around different games here and there. I figure I put the spotlight on this one. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a game called The Darkest Files. It takes place in Germany, 1956. So 10 years 10 years after World War at the end of World War II. Now let me be very very clear here, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to feature certain symbols and everything, but keep in mind this is based on real crimes. It's based on that. And the person in here in the person um that hired us, Fritz. Yeah, give me a minute here. I'll explain a bit more. I do kind of need that just to help me out here. I do need that cause I do need some of these because I'm an idiot from time to time. So Fritz Bauer is an actual person. So as it states here, um these are based on true crimes that were committed during the era and everything. Yes, the German version of Phoenix Wright. Yes. So, with this said, everybody, I know how people are about this stuff and everything. So let me make this clear. I don't condone what happened in this era. I don't. Nor the party involved. None of that. None of that trash. I respect the historical significance and everything, and I'm leaving it at that. I figure I throw this out there. I don't want anybody getting butt hurt over anything. It happened. It happened. We're here to learn and to have fun. And that's it. I hope everybody that watches the replay I know, but I figure for algorithm's sake and all that and all that, I figure it's needed because I don't want somebody taking shit from out of context from this channel when in reality, I've stated everything at the beginning, and I'll happily repeat it if I have to. But you guys understand though, right? You guys understand though. All right, let's begin.
Frankfurt, West Germany, 1956. 11 years after the end of World War II, many crimes of the Nazi era still go unpunished. The perpetrators of these crimes are walking free. Many judges, prosecutors, and police officers have already served under the Nazis. Now they have no interest in prosecuting their former comrades for actions similar to their own. For the victims of these crimes, this is unbearable. To end this, Attorney General Fritz Bauer establishes a special unit of young prosecutors with no ties to the old regime. I am Esther Katz. I am one of these prosecutors. We are investigating Nazi crimes and bringing perpetrators to justice. Not to avenge, not to heal, but to show that there are laws that apply to all. It doesn't make us popular. Most want to forget. Some want us to shut up. But they cannot stop us. Nothing belongs to the past. Everything is still present and can become the future again.
Hang on 1 second, guys. Wait a minute, Rexus. Do I have to put it? Do I have to put the Do I have to put it under the educational category, or can I leave it at gaming? Or do I? Or should I put that in this? Or should I put that in the description? I want to know before I do anything. Okay, leave it at gaming. Okay, I will be back. Okay. Ooh, that sounds yummy. Okay. Okay, Rexus. I put in the description educational purposes only at the very top of the description, so it should be there. Upon the replay and everything. Um. Okay. Looks like I got everything good. We're still live, and we're not fully struck down, so that's a good thing. Alrighty. Let's continue. Let's dive in. Let's dive in.
First day, you've got this, Katz.
I did play a demo of this
Hello?
a while back.
Anybody here?
I
Not
did.
much of a welcome party. Hello? Anybody here? Not much of a welcome party.
Now, where have I... No. No.
Good morning.
Oh, hello. Good morning. Sorry I didn't hear you enter. You must be Miss Katz, right?
Esther Katz, yes, that would be me. And you are?
Paula. Paula Fisher. Hello. I'm a legal assistant here for Mr. Bauer's team. Well, the legal assistant. We're a bit understaffed at the moment.
I see. And what brings you to my office?
Right, I did not expect you this early. I've brought you this week's newspaper and a letter that arrived for you. Anyway, I should probably be going. I'll be at my desk if you need anything. You'll find me. Or through the intercom. We just had the whole system installed. It made my life so much easier.
Thank you. Is there anything else?
Mr. Bauer wants to talk with you once you've acclimatized. His words, not mine. He should be arriving soon for that matter, so should the rest of the team.
I see. Very well then. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you on our team, Miss Katz.
All right then. First encounter, check. Time for me to settle in. The last holiday we spent together as a family. I'm so glad Dad made us do it. Franz was such a show-off that summer. Always trying to impress the girls. I wish you were here, Big Brother. Look at that. Written evidence of all those sleepless nights. And the ton of coffee. But here I am. I finally made it. Pretty sure it was all worth it. I'm not letting you down. I swear. A new job deserves a fresh journal, ready to be filled with notes and tasks.
I like it so far. I like it. It has the style that it's going for, and the fact that the creator of Cowboy Bebop and Space Dandy is on board with it and everything that's from him makes it all the worth better. By the way, guys, if you want me to read, if you want me to read the letters and everything, just let me know.
With so many smokers here, I doubt this office will ever be free of the cigarette smell. They are supposed to be good for you, though. That's what my doctor said. Hello?
Mr. Bauer is ready for you. He says at your own time. With him, that means as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'd better get going then.
Good luck.
Oh, yes, they were. They were very insane. Okay, here we go.
Miss Katz, welcome to the front line.
Good morning, Dr. Bauer.
Just mister. We're working together. My name, as you already know, is Fritz Bauer, General Prosecutor. Much to the displeasure of the public, I insist on investigating the many crimes committed under the NSDAP. Most of them, of course, have long since gone cold. And nobody out there truly wishes for us, for you, to solve them. Or frankly, to even touch them. A rather thankless job, may I say. Are you up for it?
I am, and I'm well aware of this.
You see, I'm not entirely sure of that. But no matter. Miss Katz, I believe I have the perfect case for you to start with.
I'm listening.
Hans Naumann, an older gentleman, shot just before the end of the war.
And why does this fall under our jurisdiction?
The suspects. According to the victim's wife, her husband was taken by a uniformed man for no reason. He never came back. His body was found in a forest nearby after the war. Shot in the head.
I assume this isn't the first time she brought this case up?
No, it's not. Miss Naumann reported her husband's death to the police. A case was opened. The public prosecutor's office investigated members of the NSDAP local group. They're suspects. However, no charges were pressed. Based on the investigation, Hans Naumann was lawfully executed.
And how did they reach this conclusion?
That you can learn from the documents. The first thing that I'll need you to establish is why Hans Naumann was taken. Depending on the answer, we'll see if the case warrants a full investigation. I asked Mrs. Fisher to prepare a file. It should probably already be on your desk. I suggest you familiarize yourself with it and invite the widow to give a statement. Mrs. Fisher should be able to help you with that. It might also be wise to check the archives. You never know what is hidden in these old boxes. Maybe something about this official order mentioned in the discontinuation report? Ask Mr. Bournemouth for the keys. I believe he has a spare set. Good luck, Miss Katz.
Right. Get the keys, check the files, and invite the first witness. And I'll need a refresher on the Nazi hierarchy. Understanding the chain of command will be crucial. Paula did say to ask her if I needed anything.
Miss Katz, how can I help you?
I need some additional files.
Something specific?
I need more details regarding NS organizations. Chains of commands, ranks, and badges. Anything you can get your hands on.
Of course, I'll get right to it. Anything else?
Thank you, Paula. That will be all for now.
Here if you need anything.
Archive. Not where I should be now. The door is locked. Looks more like somebody's home than a prosecutor's office.
Oh, hello. Oh, please, forgive the mess. I'm afraid I didn't have the time to clean up. Miss Katz, right?
Esther Katz, nice to meet you.
Pleasure is all mine. Christoph Olmuth. Christoph, preferably. I try to be on first-name basis.
And how's that going?
It worked with Paula, not with Simon. Didn't dare to try it with Bauer.
In this case, I would prefer you treat me like your male colleagues.
We are a small team. I'd love to tell you that we are small and tight-knit, but, well, happy to have more people join the fight. Especially someone like you.
Thank you, I suppose.
Right. Again, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Mr. Bauer said you have the keys to the archive?
I do. We all. Oh, the spare. I tend to keep 2 sets, as I'm somewhat prone to displacing them. Just let me find it. And there it is. The master key. Be aware of its gifts.
The master key?
Oh, it's from a story I used. Good luck in the archives.
Oh, damn, I mean, hit that button.
Ooh, the smell. Brings me back to all the nights at the library. Found them. These seem relevant to our case.
There you go. There you go, guys.
Paula, how often do I need to tell you that my plaque belongs on my door and not on the floor?
That voice. Oh no.
And how often do I need to remind you that I am not your handyman?
Just fix my door, Paula!
Ugh, no. No. There's no way it's Peter's. Just no. I need to check it. Please let it not be him.
Miss Katz, how can I help you?
Thank you, Paula. That will be all for now.
Here if you need anything.
Oh, of all the people, how is he here?
This better be about my door, Paula. Tell me this is a joke.
Hello, Peters.
Fold up. What are you doing here, Katz?
Funny. I was just about to ask you the same thing.
Phew. I work here, Katz. I'm Mr. Bauer's right-hand man. And I'm so sorry, but we don't really do marriage disputes for bored housewives here, you know?
As a matter of fact, I work here as well. And I must say, this job just got much less appealing.
Just my luck. So you're the new hire, Katz.
In the flesh.
You won't last a week.
You did, so I'm sure I'll manage. Just you watch. I'll outlast you, you'll see.
Classy, as always. You know what? I don't have time for this. Get out of my office, Katz. Try not to embarrass yourself.
Oh, I'm gonna enjoy pissing in his cup of coffee.
No signal. The line must be dead. Maybe I should talk to Paula about it.
Katz, how can I help you?
I need you to invite a potential witness.
Of course. Who should I reach out to?
Ludmilla Naumann, the victim's widow. I want to hear her version of what happened.
Of course. I'm on top of it. Anything else?
Thank you, Paula. That will be all for now.
Here if you need anything.
There's nothing left for me to do. I should call it a day.
Miss Katz, how can I help you?
Thank you, Paula.
Here if you... Miss Katz, if you'd have a moment.
Yes, Paula?
I found some documents you asked for. They're waiting in your inbox. Oh, and there was a call for you. Asked for you to call back. I wrote down the number, left it with the files.
I have an inbox?
We all do, apart from Mr. Peters. He demands everything be handed to him personally, as if we weren't already understaffed. I set yours on your desk. It's where I'll be leaving any letters or files for you. And a daily agenda, if that's needed.
Who called me?
I'm afraid he didn't give a name. An older man, I'd say. Sounded very proper, even if he did ignore my questions. Oh, he referred to you just by name, Esther.
Thank you, Paula. I still can't believe Peters is working here. Peters? I wonder if anybody can tell me how this happened. Who do I want to call?
Hello?
Father? I didn't expect you'd call me here.
Oh, Esther, my dear. So good to hear you. Did you settle in all right?
I have great colleagues. Well, most of them. And I believe I can do a lot of good here.
I see. Esther, there's something I want to discuss. Do you remember our little talk? It must have been last month.
Is this about that job at your friend's firm? Bergmann, was it?
Bergmann, Kranich and Partners, yes. Bergmann is one of my oldest friends. Family law, very respectable.
Dad, I just started working for Mr. Bauer.
And the sooner that stops, the better. Esther, let me be very frank with you. I'm proud of you. I really am. A prosecutor at your age, with the view on women on our line of work being what it is, I'd have to be a fool not to. But your mother and I, we are worried. Do you have any idea what they say about Bauer?
There are those who hate him. It means he's on the right track.
To be young and so naive again. He's hated because he's on a witch hunt. Listen to your father. Leave. Nothing good will come from this.
I make my own decisions now, Father.
Oh, my silly, silly little girl. You... No, Essie. I must apologize. I did not mean to get so passionate about this. I'm just worried. You don't know how important one's reputation is. And if people start to associate you with that man. I just want what's best for you, Essie.
I know, Dad.
I'm proud of you. I know I already said that, but I really am. Like you can't imagine.
Hey, what's up? What's up? No, but
Paula?
Mrs. Naumann just arrived. I showed her to the conference room.
Thank you. I'll be right there.
anyway, as I was saying, welcome nobody. Thank you for the $2 super chat. This game is called The Darkest Files. This takes place 11 years after the war, and we're in this game. Everything in this game is based on actual crimes committed by a certain party from that era. Franz Braun, I think that's his name. Oh, Fritz Braun is actually based on a real person. Everybody else that you see in here are fictional people. However, the crimes that we're uncovering right now, the cases are based on actual ones. But the names have been changed for obvious reasons. I cannot stress this enough.
Well, hello. And who would you be?
That's Marlene. My son turned out to be allergic, so Mr. Bauer agreed to have her stay here for now.
Looking forward to working with you, Marlene. Oh, hello, Marlene. Oh, I'm glad you are so cooperative.
But we are along for the ride. This is going to be a lot of fun. You didn't play Sabat when I review the list of... Don't worry, I'll try and do as much reading as I can on here for you guys. But I might have to omit certain words here and there, so I hope you understand. But welcome aboard nonetheless, though, nobody. Now, let's find out.
You must be Mrs. Naumann. Thank you for coming. My name is Esther Katz. I am one of the prosecutors in Attorney General Bauer's team.
Good morning, Miss Katz. I am very grateful that you found the time. The last prosecutor who looked into my husband's death didn't even speak to me. He dismissed the case, claiming my husband was rightfully executed as a traitor.
Did your husband do anything for which he could be accused of treason?
Of course not. The men that took him weren't even looking for him.
I see. I know it's not easy, but please take me through the day your husband was taken.
It was in April 45, only days before the Americans came.
Where were you that day?
Home. We lived in a small house. Hans was upstairs when the doorbell rang, before someone hammered against the door.
Do you remember what time of the day it was?
We just had lunch, so it must have been close to 1 p.m.
Did you and your husband live alone?
No, there was also our son Jan. He insisted on staying with us to help around the house, at least until the end of the war. But he wasn't in. He went out in the morning before we woke up.
When you opened the door, who was it?
There were two men. One of them was pointing a gun at me.
Do you remember what they looked like?
Both wore uniforms. Brown ones, if I'm not mistaken.
Did they belong to the Wehrmacht?
No. Not Wehrmacht, and not police either. Maybe some kind of party officials or something. One of them was small, thin. He wore glasses, I remember that. The second man was bigger. He was the one pointing the gun at me. He seemed to be in charge.
What made you think that?
He had 2 golden stripes on his uniform, and he was bossing the small one around. He yelled and waved his gun around to scare me.
Let me stop you for a second. These stripes on his uniform. Could one of these be the badge you saw?
Let me see. Yes. That's the one here. The local group leader. That's the one.
That is very useful. Thank you. Please. Continue.
They demanded to speak to Mr. Naumann. The gun was still there and I was just so afraid I couldn't even move. Hans came down and asked them what they wanted. They demanded to know if there was anyone with us. When we said no, the smaller guy, he found no one. It was only Hans and I. Then the big one told Hans that he had to come with them for questioning.
And your husband? How did he react?
Hans remained polite the whole time. He asked them why it was necessary, but the man ignored him. Then everything happened so fast. The small one said they'd let him go if our son would turn himself in. Then they just herded him out, like an animal.
Did you see something outside?
It has been a while, I'm not exactly sure. There was a car, I think. Yes, one of those big, terrible trucks that they used.
I remember them. They were just everywhere.
Hey, California Ford. I hope you're doing good. This one's a new one, and I'm really intrigued right now. I like that we could go back in time for stuff like this and actually physically feel like we're actually there.
This was the last time I saw him alive. Me and my son never got the chance to say goodbye.
What was that man's comment about your son?
Jan. He was living with us at that time, but he didn't show up that night or the following. He got into some trouble. Bad trouble.
Do you think the men were looking for your son?
I believe so, yes. At least that's what they said. But
Wait a second. I think it was mentioned somewhere. Please, take a look.
oh God. Here it is. He recognized him as Jan Naumann. I can't believe there was proof all along. And the former prosecutor just dismissed it. How could he?
I wish I knew. I am really sorry. Please, continue. What happened upon your son's return?
When Jan finally came back, it was already too late. We asked the authorities about Hans, but they pretended not to know anything.
Oh, I hope you feel better.
After war, my husband was found dead in a forest nearby. Shot. I believe he died the same day they took him.
I would really like to talk to your son about it.
You and I both, dear. But I am afraid that's not possible. Jan died only a few months after his father. Pneumonia. Hans was innocent. They killed him, and that's murder. No matter what they call it.
I hear you, Mrs. Naumann.
Please, Miss Katz. Will you find the man?
I will do my very best.
Thank you.
We will let you know if we have enough for an indictment. Please, Paula will help you to the door. Goodbye. I should update Mr. Bauer.
It's okay. That's okay, Callie. I'm glad you're here. So, based on everything, guys, here's what I believe happened. Given the evidence, they got the wrong Han. They got the wrong Naumann. They were looking for his son. We established that. Because, remember, this is still 1945. Before everything happened, and they were still technically in charge. So Hans went in place of Jan because Jan was nowhere to be seen. Now my question
Miss Katz.
is,
Any news regarding the Naumann case?
And quite surprising ones. As it turns out, he wasn't even supposed to be arrested. The men were looking for his son, Jan Naumann. When they couldn't find Jan, they took Hans instead, the father.
I assume that's what Miss Naumann told you. But are you sure she is telling the truth?
According to the files, the man they were looking for had climbed up a flagpole, torn down a flag, and beaten up a block warden when he was caught in the act. Hans Naumann was 77 years old at the time. Of course, there are older men who are in good shape, but
Pulling down a flag and beating someone up seems unlikely. I understand.
yes,
I see, but why did the man take him if they knew he was innocent?
according to Mrs. Naumann, they took him as a hostage. They were hoping his son, Jan, would surrender once he learned that they had his father.
Highly illegal, even back then. Not uncommon, though. But why did they shoot the old man?
That I don't know yet, but I believe this is definitely a case for us.
It is, indeed. I will officially reopen the investigations tomorrow. You need to find out who was at the crime scene when Hans Naumann was shot. We need witnesses.
I'd start with the names mentioned in the files of the first investigation.
Excellent. Let's get this case to court, Miss Katz. And be mindful of time. We do not have nearly enough of it here. Since you have never led a case before, I want you to be prepared. Mr. Peters has agreed to look over your shoulder and help you out. Present your findings, prove your claims. Please reach out to him.
I'll do what I can.
Nice.
I'll need Paula to get me more information on the suspects. And I suppose I should share the good news with Peters. Just great.
That poor man. And that poor woman. She lost everyone she loved in a matter of a few months. I really hope we can help her.
I hope so too.
Anything I can do?
I need some additional files.
I looked into the NSDAP local group from the original investigation.
Only a few documents survived the bombing, but I found a group photo and a member list from a few years before the incident. I took the liberty of marking the suspects. One of them, Mr. Schwarz, is dead.
Well, that was quick.
Just doing my job. Any other documents I can get for you?
The member list is helpful, but I'd still need something more about our suspects. Can you get me their files?
I'll reach out to the Berlin Document Center. But, just so you know, they tend to take their time. Anything else?
Can I ask you something delicate?
Of course. What's this about?
Peters.
Oh, what did he do this time?
And that already answers some of my questions. He didn't do anything yet. I just found it strange to see him here. When did he start working for Mr. Bauer?
He was here from the very beginning. One of the first hires. Or even the first hire, according to Christoph. Oh, I'm sorry, I meant Mr. Wohlmuth. Apparently, Peters volunteered as soon as Bauer was appointed district prosecutor. Before there was even any talk of forming a team. I know, I don't believe that either.
What's it like working with...
Terrible. Just... let me tell you, that man has no respect for me and my work. Or anybody else's work for that matter. Maybe except for Mr. Bauer's. But he seems simply convinced I'm just here to be his personal maid, secretary, cook. My coffee, Paula. Where are my files, Paula? What about the witness I asked 2 minutes ago, Paula? And then that damn plaque of his. Don't even get me started.
Is the falling plaque a popular topic?
It won't stay on the wall. I've tried everything. And for some reason, every time it's still supposed to be my fault, my problem. That thing is either cursed, or he knocks it down himself just to have something to complain about.
How is this work? Is it any good?
Unfortunately, yes. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be saying that. I don't even think that, really. We're lucky to have him. He's dedicated, diligent, and very good at his job. Mr. Bauer is more than happy with his results. I just wish his attitude matched his aptitude. Or that he'd clean up his notes once he's done with a file.
Thank you, Paula. I think that's all.
Wait, not so fast. Why are you so interested in Peters?
He was in my class when I studied law. In several of my classes.
I'm so sorry.
That's why I was so surprised to find him here. He was just a pain. Self-centered, snarky, full of himself. Clearly only in it for the money. No ideals. Just ambition and spite.
Oh, we need to get coffee at some point. And well, I don't know. Mr. Bauer does trust him for some reason, so that has to count for something, right?
I sure hope so. Thank you, Paula.
Oh, wait, I recognize these people. This was in the demo. Been a while. So he was the district leader. I can't recall a time an elderly individual ever climbed a flagpole and tore down a flag. I mean, there are some who are built, yes, who could still feel like run marathons and everything. But you have to be insane to do that.
Oh, hello, Marlene. Oh, I'm glad you are so cooperative.
Oh, believe me, if Phil saw that scene, he would explode.
I had a talk with Mr. Bauer. He wants us to get along, to work together.
I've heard.
Let's just be adults about it, Peters. Peters?
Yes, yes, I've heard you, Katz. Fine. Here's what we're going to do. Let's just call it a truce. I won't interfere with your casework if you stay away from mine. Agreed?
Is there a reason why I should interfere in your work, Peters?
Plenty. But I'm not getting into that. And as for this whole preparing you for court situation, I swear to God. But there is no point discussing it before you've met the witnesses anyway.
Thank you for thinking I'm a total beginner.
Oh, you're welcome. Someone has to do it, since Mr. Bauer apparently overestimates your abilities. Anyway, get through at least some of your witnesses, and we can get it over with. And while we're at it, don't forget to bring some evidence. I don't want us to improvise the whole thing.
Miss Katz, how can I help you?
I need you to invite a potential witness.
Of course. Who should I reach out to?
Please invite Mr. Schickert.
We'll reach out immediately. Anything else?
Thank you, Paula. That will be all for now.
Here if you need anything.
There's nothing left for me to do. I should call it a day.
Good morning, Miss Katz.
That must be her husband. They seem happy. Civil codes, the Reichsgesetz, Seneca, and some Frankel and Neumann. Quite a collection. Wait, is that a Sachenspiegel? I think Dad had a copy of this edition.
Miss Katz, excuse me. Mr. Schickert, the witness you wanted to see? I'm afraid he arrived a bit early.
Thank you, Paula. I'll be joining you in a minute.
Here we go.
Miss Katz!
Mr. Schickert, I didn't expect you yet.
Arriving on time means you're 15 minutes late.
I'm glad you're so cooperative. Thank you for coming. My name is Esther Katz. I am the prosecutor in charge. I'll cut right to the chase. What happened on the 28th of April back in 45?
So, you're finally reopening the case, aren't you?
Did anybody else catch that tone? I don't like that.
Yes, we do. There are questions that have to be resolved.
It is time for some gentlemen to answer for what happened back then.
Just to be clear, you are referring to?
Kibitz and local group leader Feldman.
So, your superior and your colleague. What had happened?
On that day, Feldman, Kibitz and I had captured an alleged insurgent. We had taken him to the district office and locked him in a cell. It was an old man.
Was his name Hans Naumann?
It's more than 10 years ago. I'm pretty certain that this was his name, yes.
What did the district building look like?
It had been moved to a brewery because of the air raids. There was an office, individual cells, and a long corridor lined with boxes, barrels, and bottles.
Please describe the situation.
Shortly after, the two men came out. Pointing to the cells, the district leader gave the command.
What kind of command?
He ordered us to shoot the prisoner. The district leader returned to his office together with Mr. Kibitz. Mr. Feldman asked me to follow him. Together we walked down the corridor to the cell where the old man was kept.
Good morning, Miss Katz. Miss Katz!
Miss Katz, excuse me. Mr.
Thank you, Paul. Mr. Schickert, I didn't expect you yet.
Arriving on...
I'm glad you... Thank you for... My name is Esther. I'll cut right to the chase.
So,
Yes, we do.
it is time.
Just to be clear.
Kibitz and
So, your superior and your colleague. What had happened?
on that day, we had taken... It was an old...
Was his name...
It's more than 10 years ago. I'm pretty certain that this was his name, yes.
What did the district building look like?
It had been moved to a brewery because of the air raids. There was an office, individual cells, and a long corridor lined with boxes, barrels, and bottles.
Please describe the situation.
Shortly after, the two men came out. Pointing to the cells, the district leader gave the command.
What kind of command?
He ordered us to shoot the prisoner. The district leader returned to his office together with Mr. Kibitz. Mr. Feldman asked me to follow him. Together we walked down the corridor to the cell where the old man was kept.
This must be the cell. Describe the cell to me.
Small and dirty, with a narrow, barred window just under the ceiling. Not that the prisoners in here deserved much more. They were there for a reason. Most of them, at the least.
What did Mr. Falkman do?
The group leader raised his voice.
Do you remember his words?
He told me to shoot the prisoner.
And did you shoot the prisoner?
No, I did not. The man was clearly innocent.
How did you come to this conclusion?
He was accused of... what was it again? I remember someone mentioning it. And
Just a second, I have that somewhere. Mr.
Alright.
I'm glad. Thank my name. Yes. Just a... So what had... Was this...
It's more than...
What did...
The...
Please do...
Shortly upon...
What kind of command?
He ordered... us to shoot the prisoner. The district leader returned, Mr. Fudd, to get...
This must be the stair. Describe.
Not.
What did.
The group,
Do you remember?
he told...
And did you? You did not?
Not. I refused. He was a... I remember someone...
Just a second. I have that somewhere.
Hang on 1 second, guys. Sorry about that, guys.
Yet.
I had to do a hard
Arriving
reset
on
of the
time
game.
means you're 50.
I'm glad you're. Thank my name.
So
Yes, just a. So what had
on that, we had taken. It
was this?
Hey, Bacon, what's up, buddy?
It's more than 10.
What did the district building look like?
There was
Please describe.
shortly after the two men came out, pointing to the cells. The district leader gave the command.
What kind of command?
He ordered us to shoot the prisoner. The district leader returned to his office together with Mr. Kibitz. Mr. Feldman asked me to follow him. Together we walked down the corridor to the cell where the old man was kept.
This must be the cell. Describe the cell to me.
Small and dirty, with a narrow, barred window just under the ceiling. Not that the prisoners in here deserved much more. They were there for a reason. Most of them, at the least.
What did Mr. Feldman do?
The group leader raised his voice.
Do you remember his words?
He told me to shoot the prisoner.
And did you shoot the prisoner?
No, I did not. The man was clearly innocent.
How did you come to this conclusion?
He was accused of... what was it again? I remember someone mentioned...
Just a second, I have that somewhere. According to this block warden's report, Mr. Naumann had torn down a Reich flag and beaten up the block warden.
Yes, that was it. Look, the man we had captured there. I'd have counted him lucky if he was able to get out of bed every morning. Besides, group leader Feldman himself had said earlier that we had only taken him hostage. Him and Kibitz had hoped that the perpetrator would turn himself in if they held the old man hostage.
Why did they assume that?
Because the perpetrator was the son of the old man. That's what they believed, at least.
So they had hoped the son would come to get his father released?
Exactly.
But you didn't think their plan would work?
Doesn't matter what I was thinking. You can't just go and take a fellow German hostage.
How did your superior take your refusal?
Not well. He yelled, and I argued.
Do you remember your words?
I told him that it made no sense and that we should refrain from doing that. Group leader Feldman then threatened me. He said he'd report me to the Gestapo, that I would be severely punished, possibly killed.
But you still refused.
I did. I just couldn't do it. I left the room. Outside the cell, I met Kibitz, who was about to enter, a gun in his hand, cocked. The next thing I hear is the shot.
Did prisoners ever stay longer?
A couple of days maximum. They were here for interrogations.
Who prepared the cells for prisoners?
A few colleagues from the local group. It did not take much to set up. With a bucket and a mattress, it was done.
Just a bucket and that's it?
They were prisoners.
What weapons did the people present have? Standard issue equipment?
I assume so. Can't remember, if I'm to be honest. As members of the group, we were given some sort of guns, but I can't tell you what they were.
Interesting. I should ask Paula if she can find any information about this.
I wonder if those were Mausers, if I had to take a wild shot. Because that was the standard handgun for the German officers at the time. The Mauser 9mm.
Was your local group in contact with other local groups?
We were in permanent contact with all the other Bavarian groups.
How did you make sure you had enough electricity?
We had a generator for power outages. And oil lamps.
We had these oil lamps everywhere. In the bathroom, in the living room, in the kitchen. They must have had petrol to run the generator, or to destroy evidence. I can still hear the air raid siren in my head. I remember Mom waking me up. Pack your things, get into the basement. How did the members of your group spend their free time?
They went drinking together. Not me though. I don't drink. I prefer being home early and getting a healthy sleep.
Were there any other prisoners at that time?
No. The old man was the only one that day.
Spending entire days in a damp cellar. He must have been bored and tried to pass the time. Was it common for prisoners to be executed?
No. We were a local group, not the SS.
Can you tell me more about your local group?
We mainly wrote reports and helped in the district where help was needed.
Why did you relocate the office?
Because of the big air raid, we wanted to be underground. We hoped that we would be safer there.
I'm still missing something. How would you describe Mr. Schwarz's office?
The nicest room in the brewery, I must say. There was plenty of room for all the pleasant things, a neat desk that didn't tip over, a typewriter, and even a telephone. The higher-ups always get everything.
Were your group's actions documented?
Certainly, but that wasn't my task. District Leader Schwarz took care of it. But most of those files were destroyed, unfortunately.
If somebody did stay with Schwarz, it could have been documented somewhere. How did Mr. Schwarz handle prisoners?
He only passed on the orders. Most of the time he was hiding in his office.
There was no execution order in the files I got. If it exists, I should check if I can get my hands on it. What were Mr. Schwarz's responsibilities as a district leader?
He had to manage all the important tasks. He held political meetings for the members, organized relief measures, and of course, if any reports about insurgents in our district showed up, he made sure that we took care of them.
I should consider the chain of command. How was working under District Leader Schwarz?
He was a strict man with defined values. Easy to work under because he was so organized and knew the strengths and weaknesses of each member.
How was working with Mr. Feldman?
A power-hungry bully who kisses his boss's butts and belittled his subordinates. And that's if you were on his good side. Let's say his threats shouldn't be taken lightly.
Interesting. I should ask Paula if she can find any information about this. How did you and Mr. Kiebitz get along? You both held the same title?
Mr. Kiebitz. Yes, we both were local group members. We did not get along so well.
How did you fit into this local group?
I have always proudly done my duty. I oversaw security.
For how long did Mr. Feldman talk to Mr. Schwarz?
It was just a short meeting, maybe for a couple of minutes.
What weapon did Kiebitz use?
I can't remember. Again, it's been years.
I know what weapon was used to kill the man. I just need to know who had it. So what you are saying is that Mr. Kiebitz shot him.
He did indeed. I know it.
But why would he do that? What was his reason?
What do I care about his reason? What he did was wrong. That's why I'm glad the case has been reopened. You break the rules, you get punished. That's the way it should be.
We will make sure the right people face the consequences, Mr. Schickert. Thank you for coming in.
The pleasure is all mine. Goodbye, Miss Katz.
I should update Mr. Bauer.
I wouldn't bother.
Did you see Mr. Bauer?
I wish I did. He got a call and had to leave. Urgently, murmuring something about Argentina, of all places.
Guess I won't be updating him today. Any updates on the suspect's personnel files?
I've made the request, but no news since then. Berlin's as silent as always.
I need some additional files. According to the suspects, the shooting was ordered by the deceased Mr. Schwartz. But I saw no copy of such an order in the original case's files.
That's weird. I'll look into it right away.
Anything else?
I need information on the equipment used by the local group. Weapons, mainly. As bureaucratic as the NSDAP was, they must have kept some sort of record.
On it.
One of the suspects mentioned something interesting about Mr. Feldman. Could you check if there was anything strange happening with his subordinates? Threats, blackmail, anything?
Of course. I'll start looking. Anything else?
I need you to invite a potential witness.
Of course. Who should I reach out to?
Please invite Mr. Feldman next.
We'll reach out immediately.
Oh, and did you have the chance to talk to Mr. Wohlmuth yet? He found the blueprint of the old brewery that you might find useful. It's where the district office was located at the time of Mr. Naumann's arrest.
Thank you, Paula. That will be all for now.
That surely was interesting. This lanky man seems so distant to his former group members.
Miss Katz, welcome.
Good day, Mr. Wohlmuth.
Actually, before you start, would you mind if for a change I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Am I wrong, or have you and our resident pessimist met before? I mean Simon, or Mr. Peters, if you prefer.
We do know each other. Not closely, but enough. We studied together. I didn't really expect to see him for a while after that, to be honest. Especially not here. Not someone who'd take a job like this. Or so I thought. We didn't really get on well, though. We did even worse than here. So that's saying something. So yes, we've met before.
Was he always this much of an ass?
He actually got better, if you'd believe it.
No.
Really, he was much worse. So, what about you?
Me?
What do you make of him?
Oh, he's a nasty piece of work. Unpleasant to be around. He makes everyone around him miserable.
Oh.
But he's a capable prosecutor. Very capable indeed. I'm glad he's on our side. Anyways, is there something else I can help you with?
Paula told me you have something for me. Some sort of blueprint?
Right. Let me just see, where did I put it? What a mess. I've been just buried in all of these papers since morning. Altöttinger Straße 35. There we go. As we can hardly access the original crime scenes, blueprints like this ones are our second best thing. They are what you will be using in court to reconstruct your case.
Thank you.
It's not a problem at all. We need to have each other's backs here. So, who do you think did it?
I'm sorry?
The old man. Who shot him?
think it could have been Kiebitz.
And is that what your witness told you?
Yes, it is.
Just remember, you can't always trust what they say. People lie, misremember, make honest mistakes, even more so when they're potential suspects. Our role isn't to retell their testimonies in court, but to build theories of what actually happened, which might be different from what any witness tells you. But here I go, babbling away again. Sorry. Shouldn't keep you any longer. Hope you find the blueprint useful.
Don't worry. I'd say this talk was quite informative. Thank you.
Welcome back.
Anytime. Don't be a stranger now.
There's nothing left for me to do. I should call it a day.
And that's where...
Who do I want to call? The line is busy. Who do I want to call? He's not picking.
Hey, third floor, what's going on?
Miss Katz, how can I help you?
Thank you, Paula. That will be all for now.
It's about to get more interesting, third floor. This is the Darkest Files. It's based on the true crimes committed by the, certain party between 1939 and 1945. We're investigating the case right now. This is based on... That these are based on. The names have been changed, but it's still there. The only actual person that is based on real life is the guy I'm working for.
But on her first case.
Still, functioning free press is simply crucial to the...
Wait, shh, I think she's coming up. Good morning, Miss Katz. Have you seen the news yet?
So Fritz Bauer is the real life figure in this whole thing. Christopher Walmuth and everybody else in here does not exist. Just so we're clear.
So, what were you saying about these news?
Oh, there's an article in today's Blatt. Have you seen it?
That tabloid?
That might still be too nice a word for them. A filthy rag slandering you with lies, Miss Katz.
Right.
Good. Yes, that's exact. They aren't worth. Don't even give it a.
I'll give it a look at.
Just don't let.
you, the third and fourth, the second for the New Zealand $10 super chat. Thank you, I appreciate. Check out third for the second channel. He goes live every now and then. Wonderful person, great to have him. Very interesting fellow. Go check out his channel. I was right. Oh, there was F9 Browning. Oh. The Walter P. Oh, the Car 98. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I knew that would be involved. So I was correct about the handguns. It was the Mauser. Or the Walter P38. The Browning was there. These people really didn't have that much weaponry. Well, except for the Car 98. But
Yes, Paula?
The witness you asked me to contact, Alfred Faltmann, just arrived.
Thank you. I'll be joining you in a minute.
yes. How many times have you guys seen my cat on streams from time to time? Okay, so here's what we know so far.
So, the dead flies on my desk. Your handiwork.
Oh, I'm so sorry. She must have slipped in when I brought the newspaper.
Oh, hello, Malena. Oh, I'm glad you are so cooperative. Oh, hello, Malena. Meow.
There you go, your daily cat petting.
Mr. Faltmann, my name is Esther Katz. I am investigating the death of Hans Naumann in 1945.
What are you investigating? The case has been closed.
New evidence has come to light. My department and I are checking whether the case needs to be reopened.
Sounds like wasting the German state's money. Just one question. Your name, Esther Katz. Are you Jewish?
The name is often Jewish, but I am not.
That's good to hear.
Mr. Faltmann, please tell me what happened on April 28, 1945.
My superior asked me to arrest some sort of insurgent. A simple task I gave to my subordinates. I was quite surprised when I saw who they brought. I asked if they were sure they got the right man. The crimes that had been committed.
I must interrupt you. I was told a different version. sorry. I must have misremembered.
So I can continue then? As I said, I had my doubt about the men they brought in.
Okay, let's try with that one.
Mr. Feitman, I am
What?
new evidence.
Sounds just one quick.
The name is
That's good.
Mr. Feitman.
My superior asked. I was quite surprised when the crimes that had been committed.
I must interrupt you. I was told a different version. Mr. Feitman, you were the local group leader at that time, correct?
That is correct, miss.
According to our witnesses, one of the men who took the victim from his house had the insignia of a local group leader's, with, of course, none of the other members of your group bearing that rank. Why then do you claim it was your subordinates who brought the man to you? And how could you be surprised by the suspect's identity if you arrested him yourself?
I don't know. It was such a long time ago.
Mr. Feitman, I must inform you that you are legally obliged to speak the truth here.
Don't you snap at me, young lady.
Sit
Whole
your
thing
little
happened
fat
over
ass
10 years
down.
ago. I must have simply remembered it wrong. Either way, I still wanted to release the suspect. That's how it was. But Schickert insisted, so we took him back to the district office. Schickert and Kiebitz waited in the corridor as I spoke with the district leader, Mr. Schwarz. But he dismissed my doubts. Alfred, my man, you worry too much. It wasn't my place to doubt his decision, I thought. So we left his office and he gave the order.
What did he say?
That for his crimes against the German people, the prisoner was to be executed.
How did the men react?
I can't recall. It has been quite a while. I think they were a bit uncertain. Kiebitz, at least. I wanted to discuss the order further, but Schwarz went back to his office.
Was the victim your only prisoner at the time?
It's been almost 15 years, for God's sake, woman.
11.
You can't honestly expect me to remember details like that.
Can you tell me more about your local group?
We were Schwarz's hands, so to speak. While most local groups were responsible for a section of the city, we were assigned directly to the district office.
When did you move to the cellar?
2 months back, mid-February, after those pigs burned Dresden.
Did the group members drink on duty?
It was clearly forbidden. We did our best to enforce this rule even in those days. But most likely they still did. Just learned to hide it well.
You you said you had mentioned your doubts to Mr. Schwartz.
I did. I tried to convince him to reconsider. Unfortunately, he remained unbudging.
Do you remember how long the two of you talked?
Well, now that's... well, can't say. It must have been a while. Quite a while. I did try my best. Unfortunately, once again, it wasn't enough.
What can you tell me about working for Mr. Schwartz?
It was a true honor. Comrade Schwartz was an exemplary German and a magnificent leader. I have him to thank for my work ethic. I learned much from his example. We all did.
What about you? What was your role in the district?
As a group leader, I made sure Mr. Schwartz and the party's will were enforced in the city. He needed somebody he could trust, someone who would see to it that order was maintained. That was me.
What can you tell me about Mr. Kiebitz?
Exemplary subordinate. Loyal. One of the few people among that band of ingrates I knew I could rely on. Unfortunately, Schwartz knew that as well. Kiebitz might have been a member of my local group, but he mostly worked directly for the district leader.
Can you tell me more about Karl Schickert?
A damned idealist. He wouldn't shut up about duty and Prussian values. Still, I can't say anything bad about his work. Always diligent, hardworking, and unbearable perfectionist.
What happened if you or Mr. Schwartz caught any of the group members drinking?
Usually I took pride in running a tight ship. You smell of alcohol while on duty? Dismissed. But at that point, they got away with just a slap on the wrists. We needed all the hands we could get, drunk or not. And with the Yankees on the streets, we all heard the bottles calling.
If they were dismissed for drinking, what would be the punishment for disobeying an order? They seemed to scream forever, and you could still hear the bombs falling. What happened after Mr. Schwartz left the hallway?
We went to the captive. Kiebitz, Schickert, and I. I was hesitant, of course, but again, it wasn't my place to question Mr. Schwartz. And let's be honest, in those times, heads rolled pretty quickly for defying orders.
Did you have any contact with the surrounding local groups?
Of course. We had an older model radio station connecting us with the rest of Bavaria. Or what was left of it at that point in the war. Mostly other groups around Munich.
A brewery cellar seems a weird place for a district office. How did you have enough power for it to function?
Often we didn't. All those Allied bombs made sure of that when they leveled the city. We had to rely on our backup generator. That and oil lamps.
Did many prisoners share the victim's fate?
If they deserved it.
The place was a brewery. Did you prepare the cells for the prisoners?
Not personally, but yes, a few rooms were modified adequately. Then we entered the cell and I saw the captive up close. How I realized I just couldn't follow through with it. I told my men to stop.
What did you tell them?
That this could not have been our man. We had to convince the district leader to reconsider.
Did they agree with you?
Kiebitz did, but Schickert, on the other hand, he wouldn't even consider it.
Ah, this is where the clashing's gonna begin.
How long were the prisoners usually kept there?
Can't say. It depended on the case. However long it took for justice to be served.
And what does adequately mean?
It's been a while, miss. And I can't say it was something that occupied me. They were for criminals. The man was a maniac. Usually harmless, obsessed as he was with hierarchy. But at that point he had this fanatical look on his face.
What did he say to you?
That he would report me to the Gestapo. Now, you know what that would mean, but that didn't matter. I knew Mr. Schwarz. I knew he would understand.
Schwartz's story. No.
I ordered Schickert to stay put and left the cell, looking for the district leader. I was certain I could convince him this time.
Did you succeed?
I didn't get the chance. I was halfway through the hallway when I heard it. A gunshot. Schickert had gone through with the execution.
How do you know? I thought you had left the room.
Right. But it must have been him. He was so persistent about following the order.
So, just to confirm, Mr. Schickert shot while you were not in the room any longer?
That is correct. And that is all I know.
Thank you for your cooperation, Mr. Feitman.
I take back what I said in the beginning, Miss Katz. Perhaps it is right to reopen this case after all. Have a good evening, miss.
Interesting. The suspects contradict each other in multiple aspects. I should see if I can make some sense of this on the blueprint and get this meeting with Peters over with.
Miss Katz, there was a call for you. Actually, it was multiple calls.
Yes, Paula?
It's your mother.
Did something happen? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, everyone is doing fine. More than that, splendid.
Right.
She just wanted to talk to her daughter, very urgently.
Who do I want to call?
Katz.
Mom, what happened? You've been calling non-stop.
Essie, are you all right? We've been so worried.
I'm good, Mom.
But that dreadful article. No need to pretend with me, Essie. How are you, really?
I'm fine, Mom. Really.
But,
I mean it, Mom.
well, all right, if you're sure. You poor thing. I just hope no one else figured out it was all about you. Oh, how embarrassing that would be.
You can't be serious.
But I am. People are confused enough about the origin now with that article.
I see.
But enough. Let's focus on the now.
What?
I just invited the Müllers for coffee this Saturday.
We were just talking about me destroying our family. And now you want to tell me all about...
Oh, don't be like that. You have to come. I'm dying to show off my smart daughter.
Who are the Müllers?
I don't think you have met them yet. They just moved into the piano floor of the house opposite.
Wait, did the Webers move out?
No, no, the other house. The Langs.
I really don't know who you're talking about. Anyway, I can't this weekend.
Oh, what a pity. The Müllers are really
Oh.
nice people. And they have this good...
Now I'm curious what that memory is.
Mom!
All right, just mentioning it. No ulterior motives. Another weekend then. Are you free the week after?
I need to get back to work now, Mom.
A shame. Get back to me soon, will you?
Sure. Bye, Mom.
Goodbye, Esther.
Now that was quite an interesting development. Somebody sure is lying. But who? Can't say I envy your job right now, Miss Katz. Apart from that, how can I help you?
Are there any updates about the personal files?
I suspect I already sound like a broken record to the Berlin Document Center. Sadly, no news yet, but I will keep you on track once I hear something.
I need some additional files. Is there any chance some files regarding the group members' responsibilities remained? Mr. Kibitzer specifically. I want to know if he...
I'll see what I can... Anything else?
Thank you, Paula. That will be all for now.
Here if you need anything.
Wait a minute.
Miss Katz, I take it your sparring with Mr. Peters went well?
He was very collegial.
Yes, I've heard the two of you don't see eye to eye. I'm glad to see it hasn't proved to be an issue. Now, how's your work progressing?
I've interrogated 2 of our suspects. They contradict each other in almost all of their claims. Can't even agree on who was present for the murder. Yet at the same time, both testimonies share many similarities.
Please elaborate.
They agree on the events, if not on their roles. Both claim Schwarz gave the order, that somebody tried to resist but was threatened, that one of them shot. But was it Schickert or Kiebitz? That's where the accounts differ.
To be expected. At least we have a rather reliable timeline. Very well, considering the nature of this investigation, I'd say it's still proceeding apace. 1 suspect left. Hopefully, he will be able to clarify some of our doubts. Either him or the files. Which would leave us with 1 final issue. Court. Once you've heard the final testimony, you need to prepare to present your case. That means reconstructing the course of the crime and finding proof that would back it. As mentioned, Mr. Peters will help you out. Teach you how to present your findings, prove your claims. It will help you to familiarize yourself with the ins and outs of court. We cannot afford to fail at court, and preparation is the key to success. That's why I urge you to start with your training right away and build your theory. Once you hear from all witnesses, we need to move to court quickly. I hope it's all clear?
Of course.
Huh.
Oh, good you're here. Mr. Peters asks me every 5 minutes where you are and when you're coming. Not only Peter's patience is growing thin.
Is everything okay?
I don't want to sound unprofessional, but working with him is a pain at times. Why does he always have to be so rude?
I don't know what his problem is, but I have little hope that it will ever get better.
Well, I hope you're wrong.
Apart from that,
I need you to...
of course,
Just one man left. Hermann Kiebitz.
Will do, Miss.
Oh, hello, Marlene. Oh, I'm glad you are so cooperative.
So what do you guys think of this game so far? Are you guys enjoying it? I'm letting the game speak for itself because I too am along for this ride. But if you'd like to hear my opinions, just let me know. Because they do. Here's what I think so far. It's well established that Schwartz did give the order. For whatever reason, we don't even have the execution order yet. Or wait, maybe we do. I just haven't looked. Oh.
Honorable Miss Katz, would you be ready then?
I think so. How are we going to do that?
I will act as defense and court, and you will do your part.
What do you mean?
You are no case too hard. Remember? You present your prosecution, and I'm trying... Should be a piece of... for one of...
His execution was ordered by Herbert Schwarz, the district leader for the city of Munich. As the senior member of the NSDAP involved in the crime, he bears the main responsibility for Mr. Naumann's death. Mr. Schwarz is unfortunately deceased and as such cannot be tried. This does not, however, absolve his subordinates of their culpability.
Objection. According to the witness statement, it was Mr. Schickert who gave the order. Can you support your claims with meaningful evidence?
Certainly, Mr. Chairman. If you would take a look at this. This document clearly states that it was Mr. Schwarz who gave the order.
Not bad, Katz. But not great either. If that's all the prosecution, knowing the right answers, you also need to conclusions, the court, and because you a valid conclusion, the one clue we are very certain is true. So your conclusion should be open your case file.
I think I got it.
Shoot.
We have several consistent statements that Schwartz gave the order to shoot. There are no discrepancies in the testimonies. It says so in the files, and Mr. Schwartz stated it himself in 1947. Therefore, I conclude the order to shoot Hans Naumann came from District Leader Herbert Schwartz.
Congratulations. Well done, Katz. If you argue just as coherently in court, this might go better than I expected. However, it was not particularly difficult, and it will probably not be that easy again. Still, well done.
Thank you, Peters.
Enough practice. Your case is waiting. Keep up the good work.
What now?
You can't finish your theory before hearing that last witness, so you could go home. Personally, I like to be prepared, so I tried to see if I can find more conclusions. But I was always willing to go that extra mile. You do you.
Peters?
Katz?
There's nothing left for me to do. I should call it a day.
Oh. Oh, okay. I will end it right here. But I am going to continue this game at a later time. Probably again this Saturday, because there is interest in this game, and I'm glad to see it. I will try and go earlier than usual. This was a lot of fun. I had a great time. To the people who are going to be watching the replay and everything, I hope you enjoyed this game. I'm looking forward to seeing you all again. It's an interesting game. It is like German. It's a German version of Ace Attorney. That is for certain. But we will see what happens. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I love you all. Also, later on today is a special edition of Knights of the Anime Table. It's the Comic-Con. It's the post-Comic-Con episode, so I'll be showing off what I got at Comic-Con and everything, and doing the mystery box unboxing. So I will be showing goodies of that and a flag. I will see you all later. Stay tuned. Bye, guys.